What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Behind the IQ. What's good, everybody? I'm your boy Chris. It's my co-host and partner in crime, Aaron. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, we've been gone for a minute. At least I've been gone for at least a minute. I know ever since Steph didn't make the playoffs, I kind of went MIA and disappeared. But the NBA Finals is here, guys. It's here. We got the Spurs and the New York Knicks. Who would have thought we'd be here today, Aaron? Who would have thought the New York Knicks would be in the finals today?
Nobody.
Nobody, because at least
Yeah.
I didn't have them picked for making the finals this year. But hey, man, New York is up. I'm excited for them. Wemby, third year in the league, third or fourth year in the league, and he's already in the finals. Man, it's about to be crazy. I don't know what you have in store for this finals, but man, I think it's going to be a good one. I'm excited.
Yeah. So I mean, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Well, we'll save our predictions for later.
Yep.
But two biggest guys on the court, we got Wembanyama, we got Jalen Brunson. So for both teams, I mean that's the main focus on how are you going to stop them. So I
Fact.
mean, let's talk about the biggest one on the court. Let's talk about Wembanyama. How are you going to stop him on offense and defense? Because he's a great two-way player, obviously, probably the
Yeah.
best we've ever seen. Um, First of all, on offense, the Knicks are a really good defensive team. Like they have a lot of wings that can play defense. They're very long. Um, Besides Jalen Brunson, obviously, they have everybody that can do it. You have OG, you have Mikal, you have Josh Hart, you have Cat, and then what I possibly think might happen is maybe a Mitchell Robinson slides in at the 5 and put Cat at the 4 type of thing. But I don't know. We'll get to that. But Mitchell Robinson's a great guy to play defense on. Wemby, I think he's one of the top 5 like guys that can move their feet well and be versatile and lengthy with them.
Yeah.
But I think my first thought was maybe go around kind of the Thunder went with the first game.
Hmm.
Um, and like how they had J Dub and Caruso guarding him, then you have somebody on the backside.
Hmm.
I'd probably maybe go OG, put OG on him. I think they did it during the regular season, and then you have maybe Mitchell or Cat in the back lines, watching like back doors and whatnot.
Hmm.
So I think that's probably the move I'd go with, and then probably what the Spurs are going to do run a lot of pick and rolls with Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, and Wemby. Try to, I mean, it's game one, so it's going to be, and they haven't played each other since March, and that was a blowout game, so we don't really know how the teams are going to play against each other right now. So it's really going to be like first step of the chess match,
Yeah.
put the keys together. But I think I'd probably go with OG game one or Mitchell. So maybe bring Josh Hart off the bench. So it'd be interesting to see. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be interesting on how the lineups are going to be for New York to match up with Wemby. But like, even doesn't matter what team it is, any team playing Wemby is going to be a matchup problem. Like we saw with Chet, how that worked out. Like it was worked terrible for the OKC. Like Chet couldn't do anything with Wemby. He was scared just to even guard him. So it's gonna be interesting how New York, handles the situation. I think it's like you said, it's smart for OG to actually probably be on Wemby. I think he's a little faster. He's a little, he can move a little bit laterally better than the big men. It's going to be interesting with Mitchell Robinson though, because I saw that he injured his pinky finger or something like that.
Yeah,
So
but he's playing.
is he
Um,
playing?
he's playing.
He got cleared. Okay, well that's good. Then yeah, I would probably start Mitch if it was up to me. I would definitely start Mitch because putting Cat at the 5 and having Josh Hart at the 4, I think Wemby's just gonna abuse that matchup. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like Wemby's just gonna walk down and just put it in the basket 2 steps and he's already at the rim. So I don't know, it's gonna be interesting. It's
yeah.
like you said.
Nobody's gonna stop Wemby. It's just a matter of fact of how much you can hold him.
Hmm.
Don't let him go crazy. It's game one too. He went crazy against the Thunder game one. So hopefully for the Knicks he doesn't. Um, and then let's talk about the other side of the ball for them. Kind of get into like how you're gonna guard Brunson.
Yeah.
On the Knicks, you don't want Wemby to be in the paint, kind of like how he was in the Thunder series. He's
Mm.
just sitting there because he can guard iHeart, and iHeart is not a shooter. He got the little left hand, but he probably got like 2 times a game. You can let up 4 points to get like 4 blocks a game, so it's fine. But
Yeah.
the Knicks have a guy. They have Karl Anthony Towns. He can shoot. Everybody on that team can shoot. Only
Hmm.
person that can't shoot is Mitchell Robinson.
Josh
Um,
Hart's a little iffy. He's a little iffy sometimes.
nah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't know. Would hold him against it. I mean, we saw it in the Western or we saw it in Eastern Conference Finals. What happens when you try to play off of him? and I think that maybe that is the route they go with because he is, I'd probably say, the worst shooter on that starting five. Even though I
Right,
know
right.
he can bang it down,
Yeah,
but I wouldn't personally like slack off of him, especially
yeah,
what we saw him do in Eastern Conference Finals. Shot at a 40% clip.
yeah,
Um, but we all know Brunson likes to. His best game is like the mid post, mid range area, and that's kind of similar to Shea. Shea
mm,
likes to work around there, so I think the Spurs will probably kind of run the same thing they did with Shea, force or put Castle on him, put
absolutely.
a good defender on him,
Yeah.
force him to a baseline, and then
Hmm.
when that baseline comes up, bring Wemby to come double, and then make him make a tough pass. But Brunson, he's not a bad point guard. Like when the offensive looks aren't there for him, he can create for his own team. But it's
Hmm.
just all a matter of fact that can the Knicks knock shots down, and hopefully they don't struggle with that. But they also have the bench to come in and knock shots down if it comes to that game. Like Mike Brown's not scared to put McHale down and like bench him or bench Josh Hart if their shots aren't falling. They'll bring in Landry Shamet or Deuce McBride. Landry
Yep.
Shamet has shot 93% Eastern Conference Finals from three.
Crazy.
Absurd.
He was shooting
But
insane.
I mean, they got the guys on the bench to come in. But that's probably what I would do to guard Brunson. At least the first game, see how it looks. Force some baseline, same thing you did with Shea because it worked. You
Yeah,
slowed Shea down, slowed their whole team down. So
that's facts. I just don't know how like you were saying, Robinson starting. I feel like it's going to be bad for them on the offensive end, because like you said, Wemby can probably just chill in the paint if
yeah,
he's going to guard Mitch Robin, and then
Mhm.
that kind of congests New York's offense, and then Jalen Brunson, like you
Big
said,
con.
yeah, like Jalen Brunson's a midi shooter, so like that's definitely going to take his game out a little bit because Wemby can just stretch his arm out from the freaking under the basket all the way to the free throw line. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be
Yeah, and
tough.
then if if let's say the Spurs pull out what some teams did was like foul Mitch Robinson because he can't hit free throws, foul him a lot. And if they do that, I mean, maybe bring Luke Cornett in to come do that. Something that we could see because Mitchell Robinson, like I said, he's probably one of those guys that can hold Wemby down a little bit and
Yeah,
be a good match for him.
yeah.
And because I don't think Cat is at all.
No, no, I don't agree with
It's
Cat
like a
guard.
6 inch difference.
Yeah,
Yeah, not what I see. Um, so that's something I think the Spurs could probably pull out, maybe to hold Mitch out, but and also like we said that Mitch can't shoot, it's gonna put Wemby in the paint. Um, that's probably the only thing holding the Knicks back from playing him a lot.
yeah,
So that's be interesting because I mean the Thunder had the size to guard Wemby.
yeah.
Um, I wouldn't say the Knicks do, but
No,
it'll be a tough one.
it's only gonna be tough also because like Wemby can dribble. Like
Yeah,
so like any big on the New York Knicks, like if they're guarding him on the perimeter, they're gonna get cooked. So like you said, OG is just I feel like it's just the perfect person to just guard because
yeah.
he can spread and he can laterally quick and move with Wemby.
Yeah.
He just can't guard him in the paint or anything like that because if you
And
stretch out, then it's L.
yeah, it's gonna be a bunch of rotations because I think the biggest thing for both teams in this series is besides the star players, can the other guys knock down open shots?
Yeah,
And we've seen both teams be able to. Spurs, they got Vassell, Champagne, Fox, Harper. Castle's probably the worst shooter there, but everybody can knock a shot down. And then
hmm
for the Knicks, everybody can knock a shot down. So at a high clip too.
hmm
So um, for the Knicks, maybe like you said, Wemby can get downhill, and maybe they'll bring a double if he gets into paint with OG. I'd say maybe the one person you can slack off of is Castle, and then make sure the rotations are there and make sure he can get downhill and get a poster dunk because he got a lot of those against the Thunder. So it'd be a big thing about rotations, but like like a lot of teams do, they like to see if one person can shoot the ball. I
yeah,
think Castle's going to be that person for the Spurs. I think Josh Hart is going to be that person for the Knicks,
yep,
and it'll be a nice chess match. Game one, they're going to set everything out, and game two, we'll
yeah.
get a much better look at how this series is going to go.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like New York's gonna keep their same starting five that's been, helping them and winning them games and sweeping teams. So
Yeah,
I think, Cat's gonna be at the five, Hart at the four, OG at three, Mikal at two, Brunson at one. I just feel like they're gonna start it off like that, at least for game one, unless Mike Brown sees like something different and then he'll probably switch it up. But I feel like they'll keep it the same. Same with the Spurs. I feel like their starting five is going to remain the same because they don't really have a matchup problem against New York. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
only thing that's going to be a problem for the Spurs guarding Brunson is just foul trouble because Castle does get a lot of fouls. So and Jalen Brunson loves to draw a lot of fouls.
Yeah.
So that would be like their only issue on the Spurs end is Castle being in foul trouble, in my opinion.
Yeah. You could say that, and also I don't think like I mean they have so many guys. They have the depth of defenders like Vassell. Like Vassell is an amazing defender. They have Carter Bryant off the bench, but like big thing about Castle and Carter Bryant, they're young. They jump at a lot of things,
Yeah.
but maybe the discipline has grown. Maybe they watch film. You know, they had a couple of days watch film on Shea, so you can see how to like not jump, see your flaws, and
Hmm.
I mean, they got those three guys, and they even got De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper who can hold their own, Justin or Julian Champagnie. So it's not also going to be a thing about getting tired. Like if you're tired, okay, you can switch off real quick,
Yeah.
and that's why I think a big thing is with like the depth. And that's why the Thunder are a really good defensive team, and they have the
Hmm.
depth. So, uh, like I said, knock
You know,
shots down.
yeah. I mean, that's what it's really going to come down to. Like, can both teams knock down their shots when need be?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, if both teams are having a bad shooting night, then it's going to be a low scoring, tough game for both parties. So
yeah.
who knows?
I
But I
think
want to know.
Brunson. My fault.
No, you're good. I just want to know like who's going to be the X factors.
Oh well, I mean, whoever can find their rhythm first. For the Spurs, I mean, it's kind of hard not to say Dylan Harper, even though he's already a star. Like we know he's a star, but he comes off the bench.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Kind of leaves that he comes off the bench, brings that energy. Um, like I want to say Champagne because like or Vassell because boom, like those like 4 threes that they can both knock down easily are huge. But I'm gonna say Keldon Johnson for the Spurs, 6 man a
I like
year.
I like that.
Um, a couple games. I think it was game 6 or game 7 of the Thunder. He had a big fourth quarter, 2 big threes, kind of got him out, got him in the lead. And if he can bring that energy, he's kind of that energy guy.
Yeah.
He brings a vibe. So if he can get off hot, I think the whole team will symbolize off of that and be a
Mhm.
good run. And then for the Knicks, I think that X factor is. I don't want to say a bench player for this one. I think that X factor is going to be. Yeah, I think it's got to be. I think it's got to be Mikal. Like how
I
can
was just
Mikal
yeah, I
Like,
was
how
just
can Mikal perform? Like, we know he's underperformed a lot this year.
yeah.
If he can raise that standard back to what we saw in Brooklyn, even Phoenix, shoot the ball at a high clip, would be a good thing. Or you could also say Cat. You know, Cat's the second best player.
I was thinking that too, for
But
sure.
Big thing for Wemby is probably going to be guarding Cat,
Yeah.
possibly.
Yeah.
And Cat's going to be able to knock down those. He has to be able to knock down those threes
Yeah.
and
I
get to the
feel like
basket.
a lot of threes this series. He's going to shoot a lot for
Yeah.
sure.
Or even get Wemby in foul trouble. So,
Yeah. I think Cat's a really good choice for New York. Him being the X factor because he hasn't really been scoring like that in these playoffs. He hasn't really been having like that big game that we were used to seeing Cat have, and I think that's going to be definitely a game changer for New York if Cat can at least give. He's going to have to do at least 20. Like I feel like he's going to at least have to get 20.
yeah.
In order for New York to have a really good chance to win. Brunson's not going to be able to carry that shit the whole time. Like it's gonna be tough. But
All right, let's get into our last thing. Predictions.
predictions.
Predictions. I got Spurs in 6.
You got Spurs in 6.
I got Spurs in 6.
Okay. I got New York in 6.
Okay.
I got New York in like 6, 7. So it's gonna go down to the wire for sure. I feel like the only way it goes 6 if New York steals a game on the road in San Antonio. If Spurs get both wins at home, then it's gonna go to 7 for sure.
I hope it does go to 7, but
Yeah. This is another series that could go 7 though. Like
yeah,
they're perfectly matched up, except for obviously Wemby, but I feel like both teams are just equally matched.
yeah. I think the floor is 6 games.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
it'll be an interesting series. Going to be a expensive series
Hmm.
over there.
Oh yeah, in New York though. only in New York. Only in New York is it expensive.
San Antonio's expensive too. Get in is like at least 1,500.
Is it really for just a cheap ticket?
I mean, you gotta think about it. You get to see Wembanyama in the finals, and you get to see New York.
That's true. Because I know New York, like the bleed seats, it's like 2,500 plus for
Like
a
3K.
bleed seat.
Yeah.
I get a better view on the TV than pay for that for a bleed ticket. Like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm good. But
We'll come game 3. It's gonna be empty.
that's like everybody gonna be broke, dude. But I want to know, what do you think is going to be the stat prediction for Brunson and Wemby? Like, if you had to put a stat line on it.
I think Brunson. I don't think Brunson's going to be a heavy scorer this series. I think he's going to be a heavy playmaker. Kind of. I think he's going to resemble how Shea played.
Mm-hmm.
Shea was kind of struggling with scoring. A lot of his points came from the free throw line, but he playmakes really well. Like he got a lot of assists.
Definitely.
So I'm thinking like 23 and like 10 type of thing for Brunson, and then for Wemby, I'm thinking 25 and 12. But it is game 1, so maybe he gets a little 30.
Yeah, maybe he'll do the same
still.
thing as last series, 47 and 25 or whatever that ridiculous number was.
Yeah, 41 and 25 was.
Yeah,
wrong.
that was insane. But he didn't do that the rest of the series. He kind of slowed down. I don't know what happened, if it was like fatigue or foul trouble or what. But
no, he ain't slow down. He had a couple games like that. He another 30 balls.
Yeah. I think it was like
slowing down.
Close to the end, like 6 and 7. Like he wasn't really like going as crazy as he was like the first few games.
Yeah, but
I don't think Brunson's gonna get that 10 assists. That's kind of crazy.
I would bet on Brunson to get that 10 assists.
And
if he doesn't get it because they can't knock shots down, it's not my fault.
Yeah, that'll be the only reasons, because they can't knock shots down. But I think Jalen Brunson's line is like at 7.5 for assists. It's either 7.5 or 6.5. So, shit. I mean, if he gets 10 assists, man, you're gonna be cashing out my parlays.
Yeah, we'll see. I might need to make one tonight.
The only thing I just don't understand is why Wemby doesn't get a lot of assists. I feel like if he would rack up some assists, he'd be.
He ain't got that. Like when he gets the ball in the paint or whatever, he's not looking for the kick first.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Like he knows he's taller. He's trying to draw the foul. Like he hasn't got that mindset in him. Like, like let me get that open kick. Like he'll sometimes do it, but
I feel like if he did though, if he learned that, I feel like they'd win.
But I mean, he's young, 3rd year, so.
Yeah, because he only averages like 2-3 assists. So I'm just when I looked at it, I was like, man, when do you only average?
Yeah, I think he can get a lot more.
That's what I'm saying. He's getting triple teamed every time he touches the ball. At least when he's in the paint, he at least gets triple teamed.
And it comes with touches.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but Spurs in 6.
Spurs in 6 crazy. Why you not going 6? Why you don't like New York? What's wrong with New York? You don't want to see New York on up?
Probably there won't be a New York if they win or they lose. It's a lose-lose situation for New York.
That's what everybody keeps saying. They're like, if they win, the city gonna get burned down. They lose, the city's still gonna get burned down. Even worse.
It's over.
I can just imagine what that parade would be on a New York Knicks finals win.
Like
that's scary. I might have to go to New York for real. They win.
I won't be seeing you then.
I'm gonna make it out alive, bro.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, but that's about it. We'll come back after game 1.
Yes.
See what the coaching adjustments might need to be.
Yeah.
And go Spurs.